The MT-07 is a staple in the Yamaha lineup, and in its own way has become a highly influential motorcycle. Parallel twins with 270-degree cranks are all the rage these days, and the MT-07 was one of the first to popularize the configuration. Approachable, affordable and fun, the MT-07 taps into the universal virtues of motorcycling. Introduced to the US market as the FZ07 in 2015, Yamaha's crossplane parallel twin-powered naked bike has come to define the modern UJM, and like the best of the breed, the MT-07 transcends its budget-minded origins. Nimble handling, torquey power delivery, accessible ergonomics and a reasonable price give it bipartisan appeal, winning over novice and experienced riders alike. In fact, the MT-07 is Yamaha's highest-selling motorcycle with sales figures that back up its reputation. Reports show that 27% of buyers are first-timers while 36% have ridden for 20 years or more. In spite of relatively modest performance figures, the 689 cubic centimeters twin is the consummate overachiever, earning it a workhorse status in the Yamaha lineup. The MT-07's 689 cubic centimeters parallel twin was updated in 2021 to meet Euro 5 emission standards. On the CW dyno, it produced 67 horsepower at 8,700 RPM and 46.3 pound-feet of torque at 6,250 RPM. The characteristics of the 270-degree crank give the engine a similar feel to a 90-degree V-twin. It was a novel concept when it debuted in 2014 and since then has become the way forward for many manufacturers developing parallel twin engines of their own. The MT-07's CP2 engine is engaging for riders of every skill level, with a proportionally longer stroke than that of the 3-cylinder MT-09. The MT-07 delivers exciting low and mid-range grunt. Coupled with relatively short gearing, the incorrigible middleweight will happily display its hooligan streak when prodded. At the same time, a linear powerband and predictable throttle response make it suitable for novices hoping to gain confidence. Cruising at freeway speeds is no problem, though it gets a bit buzzy above 80 miles per hour. The MT-07 uses a tubular steel double backbone frame with the engine as a stressed member. Conventional 41mm KYB fork is non-adjustable, while the KYB monoshock is adjustable for preload and rebound. While spirited riding can overwhelm the budget-oriented suspension, many riders will find the setup perfectly adequate for everyday riding. The MT-07 is a nimble motorcycle, carrying its claimed wet weight of 406 pounds well thanks to a balanced center of gravity and low 31.7-inch seat height that inspires confidence during low-speed maneuvers through town. A wide handlebar gives the rider leverage in high-speed transitions. The 2021 update included ergonomic refinements. The handlebar is 1.3 inches wider than earlier models and positioned higher and closer to the rider. The more upright riding position gives the bike a full-size feel compared to previous generations that had a shrunk-in-the-wash kind of vibe. To keep styling streamlined, there are no rear grab handles for a passenger or for lashing on luggage. A luggage rack and top case are available through Yamaha's accessory catalog. A short windscreen is also available. Otherwise, the MT-07 is delightfully basic. Other than non-switchable ABS, the MT-07 is devoid of electronic rider aids. It even uses a cable throttle instead of an increasingly common ride-by-wire setup, which is not necessarily a bad thing. The competition has a leg up here, as the Triumph Trident 660, Suzuki GSX-8S, and Honda CB650R have ride modes and/or traction control. It's worth noting that the MT-07's Street Mode and Touring Mode are merely different display layouts and have nothing to do with rider aids or throttle maps. Street has a bar-style touch, digital speedometer and gear selection information, while Touring has a circular tachometer on the right and a digital speedometer on the left. The new dash is a sensible update in keeping with the times and meeting consumer demand. Without electronic rider aids to adjust, the dash is icing on the cake rather than a necessity. but it does offer smartphone connectivity. The MT-07 is equipped with full LED lighting. A quickshifter is available as an add-on at the dealership.